We've been talking about Jacob Mafume and his association with ZANU PF and how ZANU PF has been inviting him to quite many of their functions. And we saw him going to the School of Ideology. We saw him joining almost every ZANU PF function, to the point of even putting on this ZANU PF national dress of theirs. And people have been really commenting on the very issue of Jacob Mafume. And I remember, family, in one of the shows, we indicated that Mafume must be having quite a lot under his carpet. And he might be aware of that because there's a commission of inquiry that is busy, investigating the Harare City Council. So I said last time, Mafume could be having something that he knows is going to bite him. Mafume could be knowing that there is something that is likely to happen, which is going to be unveiled by this commission. That's why he's running into the arms of ZANU PF, so that in the event that these things come out, he may find himself being protected, because we know ZANU PF is so good at protecting their own. Whoever is linked to ZANU PF or is liked by ZANU PF or Mnangagwa, nothing can happen to them. But ironically, we are seeing Nick Mangwana, the friend of the ZANU PF friend of Mafume, now being the one that comes up with this issue, saying that yesterday at the Commission of Inquiry on Harare City Council, it was revealed that councillors blew US11 million on workshops in the first 7 months of this year. Let's see what suffered. Rubbish not collected, the roads not repaired, no street lights, no traffic lights, no water at Jacob Mafume. And there is Mafume there being exposed by his own comrades of ZANU PF. You know, the irony is that the very same ZANU PF people that are talking about this, very same Nick Mangwana, he has a scandal also in his own ministry where his name was also involved. You remember those scandals, the many scandals that we were actually exposing from different ministries. Almost every ministry of ZANU PF of government was involved in one way or the other, including the Ministry of Finance, George Guvamatanga and the others. So, it's so easy for them to come and speak about this kind of corruption where they know that there is, an opposition. Of course, it's not an opposition as such, an opposition council, but as if they are trying to expose corruption. Yet, when it comes to ZANU PF corruption, they are mum. They don't talk about it. They never say even a word about it. And this is very, very amazing and surprising what we are seeing happening right inside the Harare City Council. So you can see that all these fights that we saw happening and members of the council, including the mayor himself and other council members, deflecting to ZANU PF under Songezo Shabangu, was because they wanted just to continue looting from the Harare City Council. And 11 million is really a lot of money, especially when we speak in US dollars. That's a lot of money. That money could change the life of Harare. That money, if it was put into good use, Harare could be a different city altogether today. But this is what is happening in our country. I'm not going to be saying that all politicians are like that. No, we have politicians who have decided to behave like ZANU PF. And in fact, they've been ZANU PF for a very long time, only that they had not shown their colors. Now their true colors are exposed. And this is why we are beginning to see these kind of scandals that are happening. The genuine people that are really standing for opposition in Zimbabwe are the people that were kicked out. And those that they know would tolerate the corruption of ZANU PF because they themselves have already been bought by ZANU PF. Songezo Shabangu did not chase them. He chased those that he knew that they were genuine opposition members. But anyway, it's going to come to an end very, very soon, because ZANU PF is not going to be there forever. Mnangagwa is not going to be there forever. One way or the other, we are still going to go back again to a certain point where elections shall be done. And I don't see these people surviving. They are not going to survive the coming elections. And this is just the last kicks of a dying horse in their political careers. People like Jacob Mafume and the rest of the other friends that is having, the Wendes, the Ngubes, the Shabangus, they are never going to be coming back again. So this is what it is. Harare is suffering while we have some people that are hell-bent on destroying the coffers of Harare. Imagine just for for workshops, you'd ask yourself, what is it that's so special about workshops that they are doing that they can end up, squandering such amounts of money? You'd find that they are giving themselves, absurd allowances. They could be staying in five-star hotels and eating special foods, and with the food just open, beer, drinks open. And I've seen that happening, where one individual is in a hotel booked by a company, and then they are told that the drinks are open. You can drink as much as you want, and they would call the relatives and friends, and they would book a whole, a whole room where beers will be, a party will be thrown at the expense of that company. We saw these things happening many times, and the bill that will remain there will be quite amazing. And I'm sure these are some of the things that they were doing at the expense of the Harare City Councils, because you can't really be. What is so special about workshops? Workshops could be done even in their own Harare, townhouse. They can do that right there, or they can just book some simple lodge, and then they are just given drinks and something like that, and everyone goes back home at the end of the day. You don't need. No one should be sleeping there to cut costs. These are things that are just simple. If we really have leaders that really want to utilize and not just squander the money of the city council, they can bring such kind of arrangements. After the end, you can even have some transport or buses that can carry officials after the end of the day, and then everyone is dropped at their place. It's still fine. It will never be able to be gobbling such kind of amounts that we are seeing here. And this is what ZANU PF behaves like. And this is why ZANU PF is now choosing those that are their surrogates, who know exactly the kind of culture of ZANU PF. Now, the ZANU PF is now celebrating because they are hiding behind the finger. They are saying, who can say it's ZANU PF only that are corrupt? Look at also those that are in opposition. Of course, while we know that they are not opposition, they've just shown their colors. Just going to that school of ideology, all these officials of these councils, they are not anymore opposition. We know that they are de facto ZANU PF. But we, as the Zimbabwean people, we will continue to demand for the correct leaders in our country, the correct people that should lead councils and lead the provinces and lead the whole nation, who should deliver to the people of Zimbabwe. So this is what is happening. Very, very sad for Jacob Mafume. Very embarrassing for Mr. Doink. So we will see what is going to be happening, whether ZANU PF is going to protect them or whether there are going to be any arrests. But as for Mafume, I don't know. It's going to be very difficult now for ZANU PF to ever hold him to book, because he has really made them so happy, and they have no choice but to protect him. So this is what it is, family. Just giving you updates of what is happening. Remember, as always, to like the show, and also put a comment, and we want to also hear what you think. Remain blessed till we meet again in the upcoming shows.